All right, so recently we've seen a number of speakers released to compete directly with the Bose Soundlink Flex, and for good reason. The Soundlink Flex is a crowd favorite because it fits literally in one hand and it sounds absolutely amazing. Well, today we're taking a look at the Soundcore Motion 300 and we're just going to talk about how it stacks up to the Soundlink Flex and, hopefully help you guys decide which one is the better purchase for you. So for starters, let's talk price. The Motion 300 comes in at 80 bucks. And as of this video, the Soundlink Flex is on sale for 120 bucks. Normally it's about 150. So even at that sale price, it's about $40 more compared to the Motion 300. As far as the overall design, as you can see, heavily inspired by the Soundlink Flex, pretty much the same size, same shape, similar silicone exterior with a metal grille there on the front. And then if you look closely, you can see it's got kind of an ink splattered design where you have these blue kind of specks throughout the finish. On the top, you have your controls, your multifunction button, your volume button, power button, Bluetooth pairing button, so on and so forth. And then on the bottom, you can see you have your rubber feet, and you also have rubber feet on the back. So you're able to stand the speaker directly upright, or you can lay it on its back. And depending on the position, it actually will adjust the EQ to give you the best listening experience. So we'll talk more about that later once we talk about the sound. You also have a loop on the side of the speaker, which you can use to attach it to different things, whether it's a backpack or something of the sort. And one thing that's different with this loop compared to the loop that's on the Soundlink Flex is that it's detachable. So this actually makes it a little easier to use as far as attaching it to things. With the Soundlink Flex, you would actually have to use like a third-party carabiner if you wanted to attach it to a backpack or something like that. Also, if the loop ever becomes damaged, you could easily replace it, whereas with the Soundlink Flex, you actually have to send it into Bose for repair or replacement. Now, when it comes to Bluetooth specs, the Motion 300 is running Bluetooth 5.3, and it supports LDAC for high-resolution audio. Obviously, the Soundlink Flex has been around much longer, so it's running Bluetooth 4.2, which is a little dated, but all things considered, you're going to get a nice stable connection no matter which way you go. Both speakers also support multi-point, so you're able to connect them to two devices at one time. As far as battery life, the Motion 300 is rated for 13 hours on a single charge compared to 12 hours on the Soundlink Flex. So pretty comparable numbers, and you always have to keep in mind that those numbers will vary depending on things like volume level. Now, when it comes to outdoor use, the Motion 300 has an IPX7 water resistant rating, and you have an IP67 dust and water resistant rating on the Soundlink Flex. So you have that additional dust protection on the Soundlink Flex, and that's something that you might want to consider if you're concerned about long-term durability. Now, as far as phone calls, both speakers are equipped with built-in microphones, and we'll actually get into a microphone test. But first, let's take a minute to thank today's sponsor, TEMU. TEMU is all about saving you money. Not only do they offer sales up to 90% off, they offer free shipping on every single order, they offer free returns up to 90 days from purchase, and they offer 30-day price protection. That means if you buy something and then later you realize the price dropped after you bought it, you can reach out to TEMU within 30 days of your purchase and request a partial refund. As you guys know, I love checking out audio products, so I ordered a few things just out of curiosity. I picked up these headphones, which came in at a whopping total of 13 bucks, and they surprised me with a feature I don't think I've ever seen before, and that's support for a micro SD card. This means you can enjoy your favorite music on the go without the need for another device. Right now, new users can download the TEMU app and save 30% using the code on the screen. So feel free to check out the link in the description, and thanks to TEMU for sponsoring today's video. All right, so right here is a microphone test of the Soundcore Motion 300. I just set it down about a foot away from me here on the desk. So this should give you a general idea as to how you would sound if you chose to take a phone call directly through the speaker. And now this is a microphone test using the Bose Soundlink Flex. I'm just going to set it down right next to the Motion 300. And this should give you an idea as to how you would sound if you took a call directly through this speaker. So now that we have all that out of the way, let's talk about the most important aspect, which is going to be sound. So both speakers are rated for 30 watts of output, but what's more important than that is what they have on the inside. So the Motion 300 is using 2 full range drivers, and the Soundlink Flex is using a single driver along with 2 passive bass radiators. So that kind of explains the difference in the sound. I've said this in other videos, but when it comes to just taking a speaker out of the box and queuing it up to play music right out the gate, there's not really anything that can beat the Soundlink Flex, especially at this size. It has amazing bass, it's extremely full, very pronounced, and it also has amazing treble and clarity. It just sounds phenomenal straight out of the box. Now, like I mentioned earlier, the Motion 300 will actually adjust the EQ depending on the position of the speaker. So it's going to change when you have it upright compared to when you have it laying on its back, and compared to when you have it vertical, possibly hanging from something. Now, the Bose Soundlink Flex has this feature as well, but I think the Motion 300 is a lot more dramatic with its EQ adjustments. And because of that, I think it sounds the best when you have it laying on its back. It gives you like an omnidirectional, very open, spacious type of sound that you don't quite get when you have it standing upright. Now, the main benefit that comes with the Motion 300 is inside the app. So you have the option to adjust the EQ. So you've got a handful of presets that you can play with. With the Soundlink Flex, that's not an option you have. Now, in Bose's defense, I don't really feel like you need to adjust the EQ, but if you are that person that likes to, go in there and tweak things for yourself, especially if you're listening to a lot of different genres of music, the Motion 300 is going to be the way to go. Now, as far as max volume, I actually think these are neck and neck. I think they both get adequately loud, especially considering their size. So with all that being said, which one sounds better and which one should you get? Personally, I think if you're not concerned about price and you want a more simplified experience, the Soundlink Flex is the way to go. Like I said, you can pick this thing up, take it straight out of the box and start playing music instantly, and it sounds phenomenal. If you want the best overall value, you want to save a little bit of money, the Motion 300 is an amazing choice. And personally, I think you can get it very close as far as sound to the Soundlink Flex. It just takes a little bit more experimenting with the different EQs, and you might have to go in there and kind of customize your own EQ to get it to the point of the Soundlink Flex. All things considered, these are both highly capable speakers. And like I promised, we will get into the sound comparison here in a second. And I think what you'll notice the most is the clarity of the Soundlink Flex stands out a little bit more. Just keep in mind that you can dial in more clarity from the Motion 300 if you customize your own preset. So hopefully the sound test is helpful for you, and let me know down in the comments which one you guys think sounds the best.
Mistakes that everyone is making, but I can't change. I guess it wasn't meant to be. Under the lights, you look so amazing. It's the moonlight that makes me wonder why we separated, or am I faded? You shine so bright, it's an understatement. Single is overrated if you get too close, my baby. Someone must have broken my heart, like really torn it apart. In another life, in another life, someone must have really beat me up, like caused my heart to stop in another life.
So that pretty much covers it for this video. Again, hopefully you found it to be helpful, and hopefully it makes this decision a little easier if you're considering either of these speakers. Aside from that, appreciate you guys as always, and I'll see you in the next one.